There we go. Say is looking really nice. Not on the small time frames because today it's only up, I don't know how much, something like, 1.7%, something like that. But, a couple of days ago it did a little bit bigger move than that, 17% move towards upside. But all of these moves are actually quite big, because if you look at a bigger picture, this is how it starts. Oftentimes you get these big moves released towards the upside, then you get, this kind of stuff, like, it doesn't do anything, but, slowly moves towards the upside, and then you get this move, and, that's how usually, price tends to move. Except for the last part of the bull market, everything goes, straight line towards the moon. That said, this doesn't look that impressive on the small time frames right now, on the daily time frames, because it's just kind of trying to break this resistance level over here at around the 0.5, but it's not quite over there yet. Now, on the weekly time frame, it does look a lot more impressive than that. So let me show you over here. Right now we have this, or we had this box on the downside over here. This is accumulation box towards downside. You can see that Say already exited that box on the downside, right? There was a box over here. Say already broke outside the box, failed to break the 50 moving average, pulled back, got support on the 10 moving average, and right now managed to get back above the 10-20 moving average over here, consolidating over here, and right now it is trying to break. Now it is only Monday, so it still has time to break this, it still has like 6 days and 5 hours left, but it still has time to break above the 50 moving average over here and continue towards the upside. Regardless, this is already going towards the upside. The accumulation is done. The move out of the box is done. The pullback happened. Right now, just trying to break this major resistance level over here, which is actually already broke. If you look over here, that was the major level of resistance. You can see that previous week, we already broke that. Right now, the only thing we are doing over here, we are consolidating over here before we break the 50 moving average and continue towards upside. So this definitely looks very, very good, although not so very much impressive, for the day. But this pattern over here can actually just be a big fat red candle with a doji on bottom, and tomorrow you get a big green candle right back up there again. How this is gonna play out really does matter. What matters is that the entire move is going towards upside on bigger time frames. Now, how high can this go? Now, there are definitely major level of resistance, like first level of resistance over here at 0.49, but the next one over here on the, at least on the weekly time frame, is right up here where we are tapping these levels, right? 0.54, something like that. But we don't care about that, right? There is a resistance over here, over here, over here, over here, and then there is over here one a major level resistance, and then you got this all-time high on the weekly time frame, 0.97 also. So all of these levels are major level resistance, but they are not actually so important right now. What is important is this is already going towards the upside, and what we are looking for actually is price prediction at the end of the bull market, right? And you can see over here that I got two targets. One target is at $2, the other target is at $4, and I think these are very realistic targets. Now, all depends how fast we can get above the previous all-time high over here. And the previous all-time high on the weekly time frame is around 9.7, but if you go to the monthly time frame, the target is actually down here at 0.83. So everything depends on how fast we can get above 0.83, and once we are above that, I think it's pretty much given that we're going to go to $2 over here towards the upside. Now, why $2? Because from the bottom towards top is around give or take 10x. This is 10x target. So from the very bottom, the last guy who bought down here, very down here, the last guy who bought is probably gonna be selling at $2. Now the question is whether the fear kicks over here and we fall down, or do we just go straight through that and all the way to $4. And $4 is 20x from the bottom. This is also a very important target. Now, Say has something like 2 billion market cap, so 10x is 20 billion, 20x is 40 billion, which gives reasonable valuation for the bull market, considering everything, right? I don't know how bullish this is because we don't do fundamentals, but it does look very, very nice. So what I'm expecting right now during this next week over here, since we already broke the resistance up here, is getting above the 50 moving average and pumping higher up here. I'm a little bit unsure whether it's just gonna go straight through 0.83 or not, or maybe use a couple of weeks up here, to start climbing up here and then, break that, and then we're gonna see how high it can get after that. But it does look good. It does look good because on the weekly time frame, it's already outside the box. Most coins are still on the weekly time frame inside the box, but this is already outside, already had a pullback, and right now it's actually going towards upside. Looks good, guys. There is a public Telegram channel, link in the description down below. Join if you want. If you don't want, don't do that. Anyways, guys, I'll see you around. Bye bye.